On the 135th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast, we're going to be talking about the big game, ranking the top 5 youngest quarterbacks to start a Super Bowl. We have a little bit of MLB and World Baseball Classic news, some NBA suspensions, and make sure you use code HatTrick Sports when checking out at w.gg for 10% off your order. Roll it! Welcome to HatTrick Sports, starring your host, Isaiah Carpenter. Bringing you the biggest sports headlines every week. This is the HatTrick Sports Podcast. All right, we are going to start episode 135 off right here, right now. Obviously, as you can tell, this is going to be a pretty big Super Bowl podcast. Now, you guys might be saying, hey, the Super Bowl's in a week. Why are you filming now? We always film on Sundays, and I'm not going to film next Sunday because that's going to be the day of the Super Bowl. Obviously, a big Seahawks fan here. I'm so excited. But a lot of Super Bowl content is going to come out of this podcast and filming today. Like, today's just like a filming Super Bowl kind of thing. I was saying that about 25 to 30 pieces of content is going to come out of the Super Bowl for HatTrick Sports. So yeah, it's exciting, but we're going to start off with some NFL news. Bill Belichick is not a first-round Hall of Famer. What? He got 39 out of 50 votes. He needed 40 votes to be in the Hall of Fame, and somehow he is not in the Hall of Fame. Somehow he did not get the 40 votes he needed. The greatest head coach of all time is not a first-ballot Hall of Famer. This is insane. I personally think all Hall of Fame sports ballots should be made public, and that all of the voters should have to announce who they voted for and who they didn't vote for, because the 11 voters that didn't vote for Bill Belichick to be in the Hall of Fame is crazy. You're just not using your brain. And there are 3 main reasons why I think and why different people think Bill Belichick didn't get those 11 votes. Number 1 is because of the Spygate and Deflategate, which is true. He cheated. He cheated to win a Super Bowl. Spygate and Deflategate were definitely big parts of his career, but still, other than that, he was the head of a dynasty, a literal Patriots dynasty with Tom Brady. So that's one reason I've heard. Another reason I heard is that there are some coaches that are going off the ballot, and this is their last chance to be on the ballot, and they prioritize them over Bill Belichick because Belichick's going to be on the ballot for a few more years. So they try to prioritize the people that are going to be off the ballot. And then third reason is they were trying to protest the Hall of Fame, the NFL Hall of Fame, by saying, because the deadlines came down, it used to be like 4 or 5 years that you had to wait from after you retired to be eligible for the Hall of Fame, and now it's only like 2 years. So I heard they're like protesting that, which is dumb. That's not Bill Belichick's fault. So Bill Belichick is still going to be a Hall of Famer at some point. It's just not going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, which sucks. But like, if Don Shula can be in the Hall of Fame, a first ballot Hall of Famer, so can Bill Belichick. I mean, sure, Shula had a few more wins, but Belichick literally was part of a huge dynasty. It's so unfair, and like, it makes me mad. It makes me mad that the 11 people aren't coming out either, saying that they haven't voted. But yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. The greatest coach of all time is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. His career record was 333 and 178, and that's including postseason playoff games too. And you're saying that guy is not a first ballot Hall of Famer? You're crazy. You're simply crazy. All right, now to really get into the Super Bowl. We are a week away from the Super Bowl, so this will start some of the talks of the Super Bowl. But the Seahawks, once the Super Bowl is over, the Seahawks will go up for sale after Super Bowl 60. Paul G. Allen used to be the owner of the Seahawks until he died in 2018. He had some like weird disease or something like that. But he was the owner up until 2018. And then his estate and I'm pretty sure sister inherited the team from Paul Allen. And so yeah, there's been questions over the last 8 years of like, hey, what's going to happen with the ownership of the team? It's just been like in the back of the Seahawks front office minds over the last 8 years, but nothing really came of it. But officially, there are realistic rumors coming out that they will sell after this season, which I do not like. Like, I'm fine with them selling. That's not the problem. But the thing with the Seahawks these last weeks, like, the Seahawks should be preparing for a Super Bowl, and now they're announcing that they're going to sell after the Super Bowl, and then their offensive coordinators, there's rumors that he's going to go to the Raiders as the head coach. It's, like, crazy. Like, no, can we just focus on the Super Bowl for these 2 weeks? And then once these 2 weeks are done, we have a few days to celebrate, and then can we worry about the business side of football? But, like, can we just focus and win the Super Bowl for the next 2 weeks, and then we can worry about all this stuff, because now we're going into the Super Bowl with the offensive coordinator knowing that he is going to be the head coach of the Raiders next season. It's like, no, like, just wait till after we win the Super Bowl. So I don't like how they're announcing all this stuff before the Super Bowl. But yeah, more with this the selling of the team. Allen's estate and sister have been the owners since his death, since 2018, and there's been a lot of questions since. They plan to donate all the earnings for what they can get for the team to charity, because again, Allen wanted it to go to charity, and then they're rich. They're already rich. But the team is expected to go for a record of $7 to $8 billion. Again, that would be a record in the NFL. I believe the Commanders a few years ago went for like 6.5, if I'm not mistaken. But the owners claim that the team is not for sale, but the rumors are very realistic, and I think that they're like me. They want to focus on the Super Bowl right now, winning the Super Bowl right now, and not selling the team. Let's talk about a little bit of swag coming out for the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 60s jerseys came out. They look good. The Pats will be rocking their all-white road uniforms. They will technically be the home team in the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure they will technically be the home team, but they'll be rocking the all-white road uniforms. Now that's white helmet, white jersey, white pants, and the Seahawks will be going with the all college navy jersey, which I like. It's the most Seahawks recognizable. They use this jersey the most, and I like this jersey. It's they got the college navy helmet, same college navy jersey, and college navy pants. These look good, though. These look good. With the Super Bowl patch, they're going to have the USA 250 anniversary patch as well on there. The Seahawks will have their 50th season patch on their jersey. But yeah, I like the Seahawks jersey. It's this JSN jersey. It's this exact one, except with the different patches and stuff. I wanted to come down here. Yeah, the jersey pants. The Seahawks staple jersey, the Seahawks wearing these college navy jerseys have gone 6-0 this season wearing it. They have beat, other team. They have beat the Texans, Cardinals, Colts, and 49ers and Rams wearing this jerseys, not losing a single time wearing the college navy jerseys. The Patriots, on the other hand, wearing their white uniforms, they are 5-0 and have beat the Saints, Bengals, Ravens, Jets, and Broncos. So neither team has lost with the jerseys that they're going to wear for the Super Bowl. I'm excited, though. I'm super excited. I think college navy is going to come out on top. Unbiased opinion, but I cannot wait. This is the first Super Bowl with both teams wearing monochromatic uniforms. This is the first Super Bowl with both teams wearing monochromatic uniforms, which just means that they're all wearing the same color, all helmet, jersey, and pants. It's nothing big. It's nothing to take note of. I just wrote it down. And both teams are going to be styling. They're going to be looking good, except the Patriots are going to have blood all over them, all over the white uniforms, and the Seahawks won't. They'll be wearing gold after, with their rings, the Lombardi Trophy, in the great city of Seattle. I cannot wait. We have 7 days until the Super Bowl. Let's talk about the teams with the most Super Bowl wins. So the Chiefs, Giants, and Packers are all technically in the third place spot with 4 Super Bowl wins. Let me go here. The Chiefs, they've won 3 Super Bowls over the last 5 years. That's where most of the Super Bowls came from, in that little dynasty that they have. The dynasty is cut short. I'm going to be honest. Their dynasty is dead. After this season can't be part of a dynasty. They get 6 wins? Like, are we serious right now? The Giants won a few. They beat the Patriots twice, I believe. And, Eli Manning won a couple against Tom Brady. So there's a couple of them. And then the Packers. The Packers won the first and second Super Bowl. Then it was a few years. And they technically have like 13 championships, but it's not the Super Bowl. It was like before the Super Bowl was a thing. It's kind of a long story there. And then with 5 Super Bowl wins, you have the Cowboys and 49ers. They both have 5 Super Bowl wins. This is like, I'm not a big 49ers fan, obviously. Like, look at the set. But the 49ers franchise has definitely had their fair share of championship games. And then the Cowboys, America's team. America's team has also won 5. And then, no surprise at all, the Patriots and Steelers have 6 Super Bowls each. These two are just dynasties. The Patriots especially, they've won all 6 of theirs from 2002 to 2019. It was just that big dynasty, the Brady Belichick dynasty that the Patriots had. You just weren't beating them. They won 6 Super Bowls in 17 years. It's just nuts. That's just crazy to think about. But then you think about it, the Dodgers also have that opportunity too. You know, they won 2020, they won 2024, they won 2025. We're 3 in 6 years. I'm just saying, the next 10 years for the Dodgers is going to be real exciting. Real exciting. All right. More Super Bowl. I just can't stop talking about the Super Bowl. And why would I? Why would I stop talking about the Super Bowl? Let's move on to the top 5 youngest quarterbacks to start a Super Bowl. At number 5, in 1982, you have David Woodley. He was 24 years and 97 days old. This was for the Dolphins. This was for the 82 Dolphins. And he's the 5th youngest quarterback to start a Super Bowl. At number 4, this is just recently, Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. He was 24 years and 46 days old for, obviously, the San Francisco 49ers. That was a big Super Bowl. For Brock Purdy. You know, that was the year of Purdy. That was the Purdy year. At number 3, making podium, you have Ben Roethlisberger, who, think about, just retired a few years ago. This was in 2005. He was 23 years and 340 days old for the Steelers. Steelers, man. Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers were really good. And then number 2 has not technically happened yet, but you have Drake May in 2026. This Super Bowl, he will be the 2nd youngest quarterback to start a Super Bowl at 23 years and 162 days old for, obviously, the New England Patriots. He's a young buck. He's going to lose the Super Bowl. It's going to suck for Drake May. I like Drake May, just not this week. But, it's going to suck for him losing the Super Bowl. But, hey, at least he has that under his belt. He's the 2nd youngest quarterback to start a Super Bowl. And then the youngest quarterback to start a Super Bowl in 1984, you have the great Dan Marino. 23 years and 127 days old for the Miami Dolphins. Ended up losing that Super Bowl and went to Nutrisystem commercials. But he was the youngest quarterback to start a Super Bowl. Let's move on to MLB News. MLB News, you have Jacob Wilson signing a 7-year, $70 million contract with the Athletics. This is big and small at the same time. You think about it. Jacob Wilson just came off of an incredible season with the Athletics, coming 2nd in Rookie of the Year voting. First place was Kurtz, Nick. His teammate ended up beating him in the Rookie of the Year. But this doesn't seem like a lot of money, especially with how money's going in the MLB right now. 7 years, $70 million. That's $10 million a year for a guy who was 2nd place in Rookie of the Year voting. But then you also got to think about, he could be a bust. He could have just had one great season. I have his stats up here. He had 3 wins above replacement this season, playing 125 games. He hit only 13 home runs. What was his batting average? He batted .311, which was his strong suit. Definitely a contact guy. He got on a lot. His OPS was 800, OPS plus 121. So he had some good stats. Again, like I said, 18th in MVP voting, 2nd in Rookie of the Year voting. He was an all-star, so 10 years isn't 10 years is just a long time after just one good season. I think that's where the A's came from. Like, hey, we're going to pay you real cheap because we don't fully believe in you, but we don't want anybody else to have you in case you are good. And truthfully, he could easily be a bust next season and have the next 9 seasons be absolutely trash and then just be getting paid $10 million a year. There is like a club option after the 8th year or during the 8th year or for the 8th year, whatever you want to say that. But, yeah. If he turns out to be good, this will be a steal for the Athletics. And it seems pretty cheap, but we don't have a large scale to, like, sample him. Yeah, all right, let's move on. The Mets signed Craig Kimbrell and Austin Barnes. And you might be saying, this is not big news. This is a minor league deal. But then, like, when I saw this headline, they were both Dodgers at one point. They caught each other, actually, Kimbrell and Barnes, unless Will Smith only caught Kimbrell in his short time that he was with the Dodgers. But yeah, both these guys will be playing in Port St. Lucie in spring training, which is exciting, not far from where I am. Kimbrell's great, though. This will be his 10th team. This will be Kimbrell's 10th team that he's played for. He's a 9-time All-Star. Like I said, both Barnes and Kimbrell played for the Dodgers at one point. Barnes was the backup for the Dodgers for like 10 years. He was the starter for like 2 halves of a season, kind of, just kind of in that transition. But yeah, this is kind of exciting because I don't live, obviously not really for the viewers here, but I don't live far from Port St. Lucie. That's the closest MLB spring training stadium for me. So like, if I get to watch Austin Barnes and Craig Kimbrell, I won't be complaining. And they're both towards the end of their career. I mean, Kimbrell's done. He was a floater throughout his entire career. Barnes stuck with the Dodgers forever, and then he was with the Angels, got DFA'd with a couple teams, and now signed a minor league deal with the Mets. Not big news. Something to note. The Giants signed Luis Arias on a 1-year, $12 million deal. Again, this might not seem like big news, but this means that the Giants' infield is filled out. The Giants' infield is going to consist of Luis Arias, Rafael Devers, Willy Adames, and Matt Chapman. That's a great infield. That is a great infield, especially for the NL West. They're going to try to beat the Padres. You know, the Padres are looking to sell. They're not looking to sell. They're in a mix. Their front office is in shambles. So the Giants are taking this opportunity, this opportunity to overcome the Padres. And they're going to try to beat the Dodgers, but there's just no shot this infield beats the Dodgers' entire roster, billions of dollars worth of guys. But this is big. This is big for the Giants, stealing from the Padres, shall I say. But yeah, $12 million, 1-year deal doesn't sound like all that, but it really, like, it pieces together. It's like that last piece on a Lego set. And the Giants might be set. They're going to try to make the playoffs this season, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch the Giants. I hope they lose, obviously. Big Dodgers fan, but I actually hope that they beat the Padres. I hope that they overtake the Padres here. Let's talk about the World Baseball Classic and World Baseball Classic updates. Shohei Ohtani will not pitch in the World Baseball Classic. He still has that arm injury. It sucks. Shohei Ohtani still has this arm injury. And Dave Roberts says that it was his personal decision not to pitch, but I also think that the Dodgers were kind of hinting at don't pitch in the World Baseball Classic for Team Japan. Yeah, so he'll still be the DH. He'll be their main DH guy, and he's going to be great. He's going to be great. Shohei Ohtani's going to be great in the World Baseball Classic. He's just not going to pitch, and he will pitch for the Dodgers once he's completely 100% cleared. Another Dodgers pitcher, Roki Sasaki, won't pitch for the World Baseball Classic and claims that the team told him not to. Now, as a Dodgers fan, yeah, I don't really want our guys to pitch in the World Baseball Classic just because of, like, injury purposes, you know? But at the same time, like, I love the World Baseball Classic. 2023 World Baseball Classic, you could not beat that. And, like, if we're preventing these guys from being in the World Baseball Classic, like, it's kind of soft, but at the same time, I want a three-peat. So, Roki Sasaki won't be pitching for Team Japan this year. And another Dodgers guy, Miguel Rojas, won't be playing in the World Baseball Classic, but for a different reason. He cannot get insurance. Since he's an old man, he's 37 years old, and in this new contract with the World Baseball Classic, he cannot be insured to play in the World Baseball Classic for Team Venezuela. So, Miguel Rojas, in the past, has played for Team Venezuela, but can't this year because he can't get insurance because of his age. This is his last season in the MLB, his last season with the Dodgers, and then hopefully he goes to the Dodgers, like, coach. Hopefully he can be a coach. I can see him being a manager one day. I can see him being a baseball manager one day, especially for the Dodgers. Him, Justin Turner, that would be great, seeing those two in Dodgers uniforms again as coaches. But yeah, this will be his last season, and he says it's tough. He says it's rough. He says that it's not right. Miguel Rojas wants to be in the World Baseball Classic. It's a very competitive tournament that everybody loves. Like, nobody hates on the World Baseball Classic. You see people hating on the Pro Bowl because nobody tries. It's not competitive. Same with the All-Star games and different tournaments. Like, there's tournaments in Mexico and stuff. No, the World Baseball Classic is actually like that tournament. It is that tournament. And it sucks that Miguel Rojas can't play in it. So, yeah. Other teams have also denied players to play in the World Baseball Classic to a point where the president of Puerto Rico's baseball operations, whatever that title is, has considered withdrawing Puerto Rico out of the World Baseball Classic because they can't get players because the teams aren't allowing their players to play in the World Baseball Classic. So for you guys that don't really know, the teams have to basically approve of the players going to the World Baseball Classic, and it's never really been a problem, except for this year. Like, why are we not allowing our players to go in the World Baseball Classic? I get it, it's an injury risk, but it's just fun. It's for the fans. I love the World Baseball Classic. Let me have the World Baseball Classic with the best baseball players in the world. And yeah, I get they want to be healthy. They want the players to be healthy. This is just not the way. This is not the way. So yeah, I hope that it turns out to be good, and I'm hoping a lot of players can be in the World Baseball Classic, especially the best players in the league. Like, I want the best players in the world to compete in the World Baseball Classic. All right, it was a short one. I got to keep filming more Super Bowl stuff, but thank you guys for watching the 135th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast. You can listen to podcasts wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean, YouTube for all the visuals where you can watch this face. You can watch this face talk. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, YouTube Shorts. Go to shop@HatTrickSports.com, get the best merch available. We will see you guys next week for the day before the Super Bowl. We will see you guys one day before the Super Bowl. And go Seahawks. Go to shop@HatTrickSports.com. We'll see you next week, episode 136. See you then.